Good evening, folks. All right, so we can do this evening. Glad y'all came along. We're going to do the draw for the shiny with the Chartreuse tail. The tail colors have been working great. I'm catching plenty of fish with them. I actually fished today. Cool day here. It was 40 and it was supposed to rain tonight. So it was, humidity was like 65% when I looked on my phone, but you could feel it in the air. All right. Remind y'all, if you buy anything between now and January the 2nd, the sale ends. If you at the end, if you put in Fishing Lake Country 15, you get 15% off. Okay, and I've been getting quite a few orders the last couple of days, so some of y'all are using that. That's great. All right, let's see what number we got here. I'm working on the tail colors now. 203. I mentioned a couple times in the porta catches and the shop part about I'm writing the number down here, guys. I'm getting some cleaning the house while I'm doing it. What am I doing here? About this thing giving us a number. I started at 10, and I started at 10 for the reason that I used to start at 1. A couple times it gave us 2 or 4. Yeah, if it gave us 4, only 3 numbers could have a chance to win. That's why I started at 10. So alphabet, there's 9 numbers that has a chance to win instead of 3. And so hope y'all understand that. I just thought that was just a good way to do it. And we also if you go over the number, you can't win. And that happens in case somebody's on each side of the number. Okay, the number was 203. A lot of y'all saying, get well. It's an what we decided was an allergy. And it's called a season allergy is what actually they call it. But it's from the leaves and stuff. And I got a couple friends that's dealing with it too. And Zyrtec's helping me. I finally had to go on that. So I don't like to take medicines, but over 203, I'm running my mouth here. I got to pay attention. 160, Rick. I think he's going to get knocked out, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't see a number for John. Rick said when I walk down the aisle, other baits shake. Appreciate that, Rick. I'm trying to come up with some good colors. The tail colors are amazing. I'm surprised. I fished today with motor oil lime tail. No problem. The black, the lime tail color is surprising. I'm telling you. Very surprising. You know, we always buy baits with, I don't see a number, John. Robert, I mean. We always buy baits with chartreuse tail, right? For years. See, there's 7. So if he gave us number 10, bam. He'd be right there, wouldn't he? And guys, he can give us 10s. I've been hitting it. I hit it 8 or 10 times before we start. He gave me 20. He gave me 18 one time. He gave me $2.99. He gave me $3.55. And I just keep hitting it. All right? And I finally just stopped. So, okay, because I have no idea what's going to give us next. I do it every time. But I do that sometimes. I'll hit it. I bet I probably hit it 20 times. I just want to see what kind of numbers it gives us. I play this sometimes like that, guys, just see what it'll do. Like I say, you can't guess it. I try. Just for fun. So I said, okay, next is going to do this. No, there's 200. I thought. Now, Randy. Number 200. Okay. He hit 200. The number's 203. Okay. Let's go on here, 152. And guys, I'm going to say this too. I always say, I know a lot of times I don't say this on the shop part or any video. I've said it 2 or 3 times during the year. I can't remember to say everything every time. Man, I need to make a list. Get off. But if you win, skip at least 2 weeks. And I think next year what we're going to do starting in January, if you win twice, don't leave a number no more. I said that. A couple people commented back that probably would be a good thing. But if you win twice, you're going to win 80 to 100 baits. Yeah, I think that's good if you win twice. Wow, more power to you, right? You know how many people here have never won? I know there's people who have been leaving numbers since day one ain't never won. And a lot of people leave numbers for a while and they disappear. I think because they don't get a chance to win. And they go like, heck with it, I'll never win. And here's the ones that gets me. These are people that leave the numbers and win and never come back. I've had about 4. 1. Never come back. Never come back and leave a number again. Or I can just go on through, hey, I'll subscribe. I'll just win a number. And they go on back to merry way. I think I can figure, but whatever. It's their loss. 24, Cynthia. Okay. 200. Glad to see you back. I haven't seen you for a while. She said I was fishing a new area. This lake is 20,000 acres. I don't fish all of it. Right now, I'm only fishing about a mile from my house. But the last 2 weeks, I haven't went more than a mile and a quarter from my house. And there's 3 boats down there. I fished down there Sunday afternoon. I didn't go down to about 1:30. And I fished about 4 o'clock. 3:30, I think I quit in that area. And I made 2 or 3 videos. There was a couple of boats there, and they were catching fish too. Some of them were trolling. And I talked to somebody I painted for today at Food Line. It's got to be 201, 202, 203. And he said, I seen boats out there in front of my house. I could see his house from where I was fishing today. And I said, I'll be back out there this evening. And he said, I see boats out there. They catching anything? I said, yeah. He said, what are they catching? I said, white perch and crappie. A lot of the guys are fishing for white perch. They said they're good eating. All right. Donnie, I appreciate you, buddy. I mentioned you today in a video. I caught something today. I don't know if I should tell y'all or not. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Oh, y'all be looking forward to it and find it. I was making a pour to catch today on the motor oil line. I caught a 22-pound. Now, I hope I'm remembering this right now. I haven't had to and watch the clip because I had a hard time seeing the scale and hold the fish up. I think it was over 22 pounds. Catfish. Yes, blue cat. Took me almost 20 minutes to get him in, so I didn't film. Y'all not going to see all that. I knew that when I hooked into him. But I seen these 2 big fish moving along slowly, and I threw at them. Then I seen the big fish on the bottom come up and grab my bait. I wasn't after him. He was following some other crappie along, I reckon. I don't know what he was after. But he came from nowhere and rose up and grabbed my bait. And once he grabbed it, I couldn't get rid of him. Either break my line or what it bait. I took my time, got him in. He's a monster. 4-pound test. So I hear this all the time. I'm watching fishing YouTube. I'm going to add this. Don't y'all get mad at me, okay? I was watching somebody just the other day. He said, I had to move up to 10-pound test. I was using 4 and 6, and the crappie kept breaking my line. Huh? I can catch a 22-pound catfish? Now, here's the thing I get here. I'm a backtrack now. If you're fishing standing timber, you need heavier line. Don't use 4-pound tests. If you're fishing big brush piles and you're dropping your jig down in it, 4-pound test, you're going to get broke a lot. You should be using 6 or 8. If you're fishing open water like I am now, y'all been watching my videos, and you're fishing clear water, and the fish are spooky, I know some people said line size don't make any difference. You're going to get better action out of your lure, and you're going to catch more fish if you use a little bit lighter line. All right? 4 to 6 pounds probably all the way around, probably the most common size used. Again, if you're vertical jigging, heavy cover and stuff, all that changes. I'm talking about casting like I fish. Y'all know how I fish. I cast. Can y'all see me after trying to throw a 148-ounce jig on 10-pound test? Yeah, it wouldn't happen with it. You got to match your line to what you're doing. But, yes, this guy was fishing basically the way I fish. Because I was watching the video. He was casting with a 6.5. I think he said he was using a 6-foot or 6.5-foot rod. But he was using 10-pound test. I'm like, wow. You can, and I cast a long way. Now I fish a long ways from the boat. Fish I'm catching the last few videos, y'all will see I'm catching them 35 to 55 feet from the boat. I watched some today. When they got within 20 feet from the boat, they started, it was like 30 in a group, they started breaking up. When they got to the boat, they went down like that and skipped down under the boat. Yeah, they knew the boat was there. That's why I'm fishing so far from the boat. I'm backpedaling, guys. How did I mess 193 hog ago, John? That's why I'm backpedaling going back. But anyway, you got to match your line size to what you're doing. And you don't have to have 10-pound test to get a crap in. My point to the story was, before y'all get too mad at me, I wasn't saying that if you use anything heavy in 4-pound test, it's wrong. I'm saying he said the crappie were breaking his 8-pound test, so he had to go to 10. I don't know how they were breaking it. That's my point. All right, Randy, I think you got it, bud. You shouldn't be having crappie breaking 8-pound test line, should you? I was using Cast King line that Jesse sent me, 4-pound test, and I fought that big cat, and y'all going to see him. He hung out on my net. Oh, I picked him up with one hand because I had the rod in the other hand trying to put him in the boat. That's all I could do. I was going like, oh my gosh. Yeah. You can catch some big fish on light line. I caught a really big catfish last year on 2 pounds. But I was in open water, wasn't up and around. I was an 18 foot. If you got cover, I mean, I use 6 and 8 for bass fishing most of the time. And I've had 6-pound test broke a lot around boat docks. A bass for hitching around dock posting to break it off. And crappie, I've had my 2-pound broke around boat docks, so you around post, break it off. But not many, maybe once or twice, 3 times a year. If you take your time, you can get them in. But if you're fishing around boat docks, or you're fishing around laid down trees and stuff, yes, you are going to get your line broke with lighter line because they, they wrap you up around a post or something and it can break your line in it. All right, there you go, guys. I'm not trying to beat up anybody, but I just thought that was strange. You don't have to have 10-pound test to crappie fish with. Match it, your line to what you're doing, but I thought that was strange. He said that, like, what? Crappie are breaking your 10-pound test? He was just casting off the front of the boat, so there you go. Appreciate y'all, guys. Thank y'all for your comments. I read the comments. I answer everyone. Somebody even commented the other day. You answer every comment. I try to answer every comment. If I don't answer your comments, it's because I messed it. One other thing I will comment on. Y'all notice how they changed this? Said, I know that's John Morgan. Insurance Rick. Now, I reckon that's the same Rick. I'll go by the comments. Rick from Texas. See, James, I know. See, some of you still need a name. But some of these people, like, I know who this young man is by his picture there, but I can't think of his name right now. Here's the name I had a hard time pronouncing when they said, yeah, you pronounced it right. So some of these, like this one, I have no idea who that is. I have no idea who you are. You could be somebody that I've been commenting back to for a long time, but I don't know. Because this is a bunch of numbers and stuff like that. So I have no idea who you are. This guy here, I don't have no idea who he is. Because Randy said I know, but some of them. East Tennessee Leo. So I have no idea. So if you got an email like that your name's not in it, and you want me to try to remember who you are, see Lee, I know who that is. Lakoti. Leave your name at the Rick and Water. No, this is one from Texas. So I don't know who the other Rick is. If you want me to try to remember who you are and keep up with you, like, I think I know who this is. But see what they done to y'all? Have y'all even noticed that? So it's going to make it harder for me to keep up with who y'all are. Okay? So, anyway. Appreciate y'all, guys. I'll try to remember once I can. Some of y'all guys that comment every week, I try to remember your names and stuff and what you're commenting on. And I know a lot of y'all are waiting for the tailbaits. I sent somebody made a comment today on today's video, blacktails. Yeah. I sent him a couple. Some of y'all, the older lady, I've stuck some in your pockets if I had them. Sometimes I have 2 or 3 left over when I bag them. And he made a comment. I think he said he done used them, caught fish on them already. So they were excellent. Yep. I'm impressed myself. The fish just seem to love them. It's that little attention to color that makes a difference. It's something a little different. The pinks work good. All of them work good for me. But the lime and the black have stood out to me. The black is, I wasn't expecting out of that black tail. And I made them in I made 72 color combinations, guys. And I'm down to 18 that I'm making the first time. And I got about 6 I'm going to add down the road. I don't have time to make them all. I'm starting off with 15 to 30 bags in each one of them. And the reason I'm doing that is some of them I know they're going to sell. But I've got stingers out here and flukes that I made 20, 30 bags of 2 years ago, and there's still 10, 12 bags in there. Some colors just don't sell, but I got 47 colors right now, adding 18 more. The colors that are not selling good in the spring, maybe about March or April, I'm going to put them on sale. I'm going to get rid of them, and I'm not going to make them no more. Some of them I sell a bag a month. They're not worth my time in shelf space. You know what I'm saying? With the plastic, the bags. Like I said earlier, I'm waiting for labels to come in right now. I got 5 trays of base stand on me right now. I'm waiting for labels to come in. I should have been here. I usually get them in 2 or 3 days. It's been almost 2 weeks. So I'm waiting for them to show up so I can start bagging again. That takes up space, material, and money for something that's will sit in the shelf area in my garage and not sell. I might even completely do away with the 2-inch stinger. We might just put all of them on sale and do away with them. I did sell some yesterday. I'm averaging right now about 3 orders a day. I was averaging about 8, 9. So slow down. And I might completely do away with the 2-inch stingers. We might just put them on sale, do with those. The LC Shad has took over. Everybody's buying them, and which is fine with me. I understand that it's an excellent bait. Appreciate y'all guys. Y'all let me know what pound test line do you use. Now I know a lot of you use light line. Jesse sent me some 4. Dave sent me some 4-pound tests to try. Jesse sent me 4-pound tests to try. I think I said that. Did I repeat that? Anyway, if I did, forgive me. I'm tired. I didn't run around this morning. I didn't fish all evening. But y'all comment. What pound test line do you use? What do you like to use? And if you do, why? Why? If you use 10-pound test, why? You're fishing standard timber? All right. That makes sense. You're jig fishing with jigging rod, you want a heavier line because you snap that 12-foot long rod or 10-foot long. You at least want 6 on that, or maybe 8. I think I got 8 on mine because you're popping that thing pretty hard and you got a long rod. So, and you're fishing brush piles a lot. So, like again, you got to match your line. Bass fishing, I got bass rods out there, guys, with 15, 20 pound on them. I got some spinner reels with 6 pound on them that I do Ned rig and stuff with. You got to match your line to what you're doing. I understand that. So that's one of the things we learn. And just like we talk about color, you got to match your color. And sometimes even jig head color can make a difference, doesn't it? So, appreciate y'all guys. Again, I love reading the comments. And I'm glad some of y'all looking forward to the tail colors coming. Hopefully in January when we cut that loose, y'all for about 2 weeks. I hope y'all run me ragged, filling orders. Because next year, guys, I'm taking a chance. Next year, I've only set up a few paint jobs. I'm starting to draw Social Security next year, and I'm limited how much money I can make for that year. And I'm hoping that the bait company's going to take care of that. Hey, my name's Dennis. See y'all next time.